And we're going to come on down. And let's start by bringing our knees to our chest and just take a couple of deep breaths, maybe shift the hips a little bit side to side. And take another, go in the opposite direction with that little tilt or circle. And we're going to put our feet down and make sure the toes are lengthening. And let's start to reach the arms and the hips up, just slowly lengthening the whole time and going back down. And we'll do a few more. And let's do one more, and we're going to hold the arms up, the hips up, and lengthen the whole spine as we press the feet down. And let's gently bring the hips down, arms out in a T. And first of all, just feel how the shoulder blades are pressing down into the mat. We're going to gently turn our head to the right and take a deep breath. And then over to the left. Same thing, take another deep breath and back to the center. And then we're going to bring the knees over to the right, an easy spinal twist, and look to the left and breathe. Pressing that left shoulder blade down. And one more breath. And we're going to roll the knees over to the left, turn the head to the right. And nice slow breaths. And then let's come back to the center. And we'll bring our arms down by our sides, roll the shoulders down, and let's lift up again. We're going to lift the hips up and just feel that, feel the lengthening of the whole back. And slowly, slowly roll the back down, the hips down. And we're going to bring the right knee up toward the chest and then put the foot down and then the left. And let's do that one more time to each side, each leg. And then hands behind our head. Let's try this. So right knee to the left elbow, and then the other side. And we'll do a few of these. And notice how you're rolling up and then bringing that elbow back down. So we're waking up the whole shoulder blade area along with the legs and the hips. And then last one. And then regular crunches, squeezing the legs together, feet come down, arms down, or elbows down. And the next time, let's add on. Let's take a knee or a leg out and in, and then twist to the other side. Lengthening the leg. And last one. And let's put our feet down and arms come down. Let's use our ball. So we're going to lift the hips up and put the ball underneath us. And then we're going to take both legs in and out a few times. And one more. And let's reach the legs up and then bend and straighten the legs out and in. So we're going to do a few of these. And as we do this, pretend that you're pressing the ceiling away from you to add a little bit of resistance. And the next time, we're going to add the chest. So as the legs come out, we're going to reach the chest up, arms over the head as the legs go up toward the ceiling. And just a few more. How about two more? And let's keep the arms over the head, legs straight up, and roll the shoulders down so you feel that opening across the chest. Maybe the arms are in goalpost. And we're going to point and flex our feet. And then make circles with the feet, the ankles, wake them up a little bit. And then let's circle in the opposite direction. And we're going to do these big backwards bicycles, stretching through the hip and the leg. And then going in the opposite direction. And let's try our happy baby. So letting the hips release, holding the ankles, and take a few more breaths. See if you can roll the shoulders down even more so you feel the shoulder blades pressing into your mat. And then feet together, Baddha Konasana. And one more breath. And let's reach our legs straight up again, and we're going to hold our shins and then open the legs out, holding the legs wherever is comfortable. And we're just going to hold the legs open as you press the hips down. So we're balancing on the ball. 3 more breaths. Extend through the heels. And we're going to bring our legs back up toward the ceiling together. Arms come down. And let's point the toes and crisscross the legs, opening and closing. And start to walk the legs down as you do this. And then back up. And back down. We're going to do, this is our last one, down and up. And then release the legs, however is comfortable. Let's bring the feet back down to the mat. We're going to roll the hips up and take 3 more breaths. Let's see if we can walk our shoulder blades together. And then we're going to come down on our back, move the ball out of the way. So we're going to do a little side thing. So we have to sit up in order to do this. We're going to put the ball underneath our left hip on our side. And let's see if we can bring our forearm down. So we're in a side plank, left side plank, reach the right arm up. So we've got a balance on the ball. We're really lengthening through the heels. Let's see if we can look up toward the arm. And then we're going to look straight ahead and bring the arm over our head and just lengthen here. Roll that shoulder down. Really good. So arm comes back up. Now we're going to bend the top leg, the right leg, and hold the right big toe. And you might just keep it like this bent, or see if you can straighten it up. Keep pressing into the left forearm. And then we're going to take that right leg in front of us. So the foot is down, and we're going to roll up to our seated position. Ta-da! And twist to the right. And take a few deep breaths here as you press that right foot down on the mat. And then gomukasana, so bring the right knee over the left knee and forward fold, and take a few more breaths. And then let's come on up, and we're going to try this on the other side. So first, just uncrossing. See if you can come over to the right hip in that right side plank. And our right forearm is down on the mat. And we're going to reach the left arm up as we press down and start to look up, really bringing the legs together, extending through the heels. And then head comes back. We're going to reach the arm over the head first of all. Nice deep stretch. And then arm comes back up. We're going to bend the top leg, the left leg. Hold the big toe. And stretch the leg up. And then let's bring that leg forward, so in front of the right one. Left foot comes down. And we're going to come into our seated position, rolling up on our ball as we twist to the left. And a couple more breaths. And then we're coming forward, crossing the knee over the knee, left knee over the right, forward fold, and 3 more breaths. And let's gently come back up. And now, since we're already on the ball, why don't we try a little pretend squat here. Feet are forward. We're just going to hold our feet and forward fold with our legs bent, kind of like a frog, and take 3 more breaths. And then let's try our gomukasana, feet together. So since we're on the ball, we're just going to hold, put your fingers down a little bit, roll your shoulders down, and start to bring the knees a little bit up and a little bit down. And a couple more. We're pressing our feet together as we do this. And we're going slowly. Last time. And then take a couple of breaths. We're going to walk the hands forward and 3 more breaths. And as we come up, let's see if we can twist to the right, rolling the shoulders down. And then we're going to twist to the left. And then back to the center. Let's release the legs now. And we're going to come on over and come off of the ball. And let's come to hands and knees. And do a few cat-cows. And one more. And the next time we're going to bring the right knee in toward the chest, lengthen the leg out behind us, and switch legs. The left one comes in, back out behind us. Let's try that one more time to each leg. And then both knees come down. Let's come into puppy pose. 3 breaths. And down into sphinx. And 3 more breaths. And then half arm plank, lifting the hips up. And let's come into child's pose and sit back on our heels. And we're going to walk our arms to the right and over to the left. And back to the center. And let's come into a few iguanas, reaching the hips forward and looking up and back to child's pose. And one more time. And take another deep breath in our child's pose. And then downward dog, lifting the hips up. And walk the heels out. Let's lift our right leg up, 3-legged dog. Bend that heel toward the back of the leg or the rear, and then straighten. Put the foot down and switch, left leg up. We're going to bend that leg and straighten and put the foot down. Let's walk to the top of our mat. Take a couple of breaths in our forward fold. And let's come all the way up, reaching up, and hands to our heart. Roll the shoulders down, twist the upper body to the right and then to the left, back to the center. Let's lift the right knee up and just hold. Take a few breaths. And then right foot down, left knee up and hold. And left foot down. We're going to inhale the arms up, forward fold, and step the right leg back to our lunge and reach the left arm up in our twist. Back to down dog. Right leg lifts up and steps forward, and the left. Halfway up, forward fold, and inhale up. Hands to heart. Let's roll our shoulders down and twist the upper body to the left and then to the right, back to the center. Right knee comes up and hold. And then right foot down. Let's switch legs. Left knee up. And then left foot down. We're going to inhale up, forward fold, and left leg steps back. And now right arm comes up in our twist. And we're coming back to down dog. Left leg lifts up and steps forward. And the right, halfway up, forward fold. And let's come all the way up. And hands to our heart. And take a couple of breaths, feeling how the feet are pressing down all corners of the feet. We're going to turn just the head to the right and then over to the left, back to the center. Let's clasp our hands behind us. Inhale, looking up, and we're going to bend the knees as we come into this modified pose here, chest to thigh, and start to look down and come into a deeper forward fold as you straighten the legs. Now we're going to bend the knees as we press the feet down and come all the way up and reach the arms up. Hands to our heart. Let's lift the right knee up and then come into warrior three. Right leg back. And into warrior one. Step the leg all the way back, arms up. Reaching forward, right fingers down, left arm up. And then both arms come up, palms together over our head. And let's clasp our hands behind us and come into humble warrior. And feel that lengthening in our forward fold, chest to thigh. Release the head. And let's come up in our back bend, opening the heart. And reaching the arms out and up, warrior one. And let's step forward, hands to our heart, and take another breath. Kind of feel the difference between the right side and the left side. Now we're going to lift our left knee up, and then warrior three, left leg back. And all the way back for warrior one. And let's lengthen forward, left fingers down, right arm up in our twist. And both arms up, palms together. And let's clasp our hands behind us for humble warrior. Inhale and doing our forward fold, chest to thigh. And coming up in our back bend, opening the throat. And now arms reach out and up, warrior one. And let's step forward and bring our hands to our heart. And we're going to come up on our toes and hold. Then down on our heels, inhaling up. Forward fold. Let's step back, down dog. 3 more breaths. We're going to lift our right leg up and come into a plank, back to dog, and then 4 more on this side. And then let's put the right foot down, and we're switching. Left leg lifts up, 3-legged dog, forward to plank, back to dog, and 4 more. And then 1 more time. And the left foot down. Let's come into a regular child's pose and stretch the toes on the way down. Arms come behind us. 3 more breaths. And let's sit up on our heels, twist to the right, and then twist to the left. And come back to the center, right hand down, left arm over in our side stretch. And let's try the other side, left hand down, right arm over. And we're going to come back, bring that one down. Let's come back to hands and knees and feel the spine. We're going to come into our bird dog. Right leg lifts up behind us, left arm in front, and hold. Lengthen, point the toe. And then put the hand down, but step the right leg forward and bring the arms up so we're in crescent lunge. Now we're going to look straight ahead, lift that left leg up and come into high lunge. So we're on our left toes. Let's twist to the right and cross the arm over, hands together. And now we're going to come back up to our high lunge, reaching the arms out and up. And then reaching forward, we're going to bring our hands back down. So we're in a regular lunge. Take another breath. And step back, down dog. And feel the difference in your back. And now we're going to come back to our child's pose. So we're stretching the toes out. We're going to bring our arms behind us for 3 breaths. And let's sit up on our heels again, twist to the left and over to the right. Back to the center, left hand down, right arm over, side stretch. And let's switch sides, right hand down, left arm over. And we'll bring our left hand down and let's come back to hands and knees. And take a breath. So we're going to try our bird dog on this side. Left leg out behind us, right arm in front, pointing the toes. One more breath. So just the right hand comes down, step the left leg forward as you reach the arms up for our crescent lunge. And looking straight ahead, let's lift that right leg up and we're in a high lunge on our right toes. And let's twist to the left, cross the arm over, hands together. And we're going to reach back up in our high lunge, arms come out and up. And then reaching the arms forward, we're going to come back to a regular lunge and take a deep breath. And let's step back, downward dog. And now a couple more breaths to lengthen the whole spine. And let's come into a regular plank. And a couple more breaths. And then chaturanga, we're going to come all the way down on our belly. And let's reach the arms over our head and roll the shoulders down. So let's bring our arms out in a big T, and we're going to walk the legs together, pointing the toes, and lift the right leg up and bring it over to the left, left ear down on the mat, and breathe. And then we're going to release and bring the right leg down and switch legs. Left leg lifts up and reaches over to the right, right ear down. And now let's release and bring our left leg down. And we're going to walk our hands underneath our thighs. And let's lift everything up and slowly lower down. And we're going to do a few more. And let's hold everything up. And we're going to open and close our legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring the legs down and head down. And now we're going to bring our hands forward and hover the hands. And we're going to do our cobras as we hover our hands 5 times. And 2 more. let's press back to child's pose. And we'll take a few breaths here. And now, since we're here, let's sit up on our heels again, hands behind us, and we're going to lift the hips up and open the chest. 3 more breaths. And slowly bring the hips back down. And let's take a breath. Just kind of put our palms facing up on our lap and feel the lengthening of the spine. And we're going to come into hands and knees again. And this time we're going to do our thread the needle. Right arm reaches out, and let's thread it underneath the left and breathe. And 1 more breath. And let's slowly come back up. Take a deep breath here. And then switch sides. Left arm reaches out and threads underneath the right. And breathe. And 1 more breath. And let's come back to the center, hands and knees. Let's try 3 cat-cows really slowly so we can release the spine of any more tension. And 1 more. And now heads back, we're back to neutral spine. We're going to lift up, downward dog, and 3 breaths. Right leg lifts up, and let's come into warrior 2. And we're going to lengthen down and take a few more breaths. And let's start by bringing our right fingers down toward the inside of the right foot. Left arm up. And then back to reverse pose. Left arm down, right arm up. And we're going to try that again, with this time bringing the right fingers all the way down, left arm up, and feel that stretch. Now we're going to bring our left hand down to the mat, come into our twist, right arm up. Let's come into our dragon, 5 push-ups. And 1 more. And we're going to make our way back to our side angle pose and lift the left arm up. Warrior 2. And then Trikonasana, straightening the right leg. Let's come into half moon and lift the left leg up. And then back to Trikonasana. And let's come all the way up. So we're going to reach both arms out and flip the palms up. And let's reach the arms up for a little back bend. And forward fold. And we're going to do our transverse lunges side to side. And in the center, in our forward fold, walk the arms behind you. See if you can come into a deeper forward fold, lifting the arches of your feet. And then we're going to come all the way up, back up to standing, reaching the arms up for a back bend. And warrior two, left foot out. And left fingers hover down there on the inside of the left foot. Right arm up. Feel that stretch between the arms. And then into reverse. Right arm down, left arm up. And we're going to try it again. This time we're going to bring our left fingers down to the inside of the left foot, right arm up. And take the right hand down to the mat. Let's come into our twist, left arm up. And then left hand down into dragon and 5 push-ups. And 1 more. Let's come back to our side angle pose and left fingers down, right arm up. 1 more breath. And we're coming back to our warrior two. Trikonasana, straightening our left leg. And then half moon, and we're going to bring our right leg up. Back to Trikonasana. And now let's come all the way up and reach both arms up over our head. And we're going to come into goddess and turn our feet out. And let's bring the elbows open and closed. And let's hold for a couple more breaths. And inhale up, come back to down dog. And take 3 breaths. And let's walk to the top of our mat. And take another breath, forward fold, release the head. And let's come all the way up, reaching up. And then hands to our heart. And just feel a couple of breaths rolling the shoulders down. And now we're coming into our squat. And let's take a few breaths in our squat and release the low back and the hips. And 3 more breaths. And we're going to gently roll down on our back, and we're going to bring our knees to our chest. And then happy baby. And take a few slow breaths, releasing the hips. And feet together, gomukasana. 3 more breaths. And we're going to put our feet flat on the mat and roll our hips up. And this time, let's walk the shoulder blades closer together, clasping our hands underneath us. And see if you can really press the feet down to lift the hips even higher. And then we're going to release the hands as we roll down and come into our twist, either side, just relaxing the back completely as you breathe. And 2 more breaths. And let's roll the legs over to the other side for our second side of our twist and breathe. And 1 more breath. Let's come back to the center and into our final pose. So we're going to lengthen our legs down to the mat for Shavasana. Arms gently out to the sides, palms facing up, and breathe. Feel that release all the way through your whole body. Facial muscles and shoulders and arms soften. We're feeling our breath all throughout our body. The right hip and the left hip, and the right leg and the left leg, releasing any tension. Noticing how the right foot and the left foot are just gently rolling out to the sides. And our breath is coming all the way through our spine as we press it into the floor, being held by Mother Earth, as we relax deeper and deeper. The fingers are softening, and we're feeling each cell and molecule bringing in good health and harmony to every cell of our body. Feel that complete relaxation throughout your body. And take a couple more conscious breaths in and out. And we're wishing ourselves good health and harmony, peace for our homes and families and communities, and for our brothers and sisters everywhere. Let's slowly start to wiggle our fingers and our toes as we deepen our breath and bring our arms over our head for a deep stretch and roll to the side. And we're going to come on up to our seated position. And let's seal in our practice and bring our hands to our heart and just feel. Feel the breath throughout your body. And again, we're wishing peace and visualizing peace for our whole world. Let's take a deep inhale and sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. Have a wonderful Wednesday. I had to think about what day it was.
Nice class.
Thanks, Marian.
Nice to see all of you. Bye,
See you
everybody.
soon. Bye.
Bye.